set of twins a few days ago. Little bitty fellers. Ancients. Yeah, little bitty fellers. Easy, mama. I think I have a problem. I think something's missing. Something's definitely missing. So, yesterday, I was down here, and there wasn't no water for the calves. And I raised the lid up to look at the pump. Pump was there, but no water. I checked everything, made sure I was getting power, climbed down in the hole, and the water, or the pump, was hot. It wasn't humming, it wasn't doing nothing, it was just hot. So this happened once before. What happened is I had talked about in a previous video that we had gotten a big bunch of rain here. A lot of places got flooded. And when that happened, I still don't know how it got in that hole. But that hole where the pump and stuff is filled up with water. It was probably 2 foot deep, maybe 2.5. But this pump, this is the old pump here, was submerged. And I thought then that the pump was screwed up. But it had tripped the breaker, and I got the water out of the hole, cleaned everything up, turned the breaker back on, pump ran. And it didn't give me no trouble for probably about 5 weeks, I guess. Everything was fine. So I thought, well, I've lucked out. Well, here a week or so ago, calves didn't have no water, and it was just humming. It was kicking on and off, humming. I took it out, took the pump out, and figured the motor was locked up. Everything was fine. I got it out, took it apart, put it on the bench, plugged it up, took right off. So I thought, put it back in the hole. Everything was fine for, it's been a week or two, I guess. So yesterday when I come down, no water, it wasn't humming, it wasn't doing nothing. When I took all the water lines and stuff loose, the water was pretty warm. It wasn't hot, but it was pretty warm. So that was a red flag. The motor was stuck, and I took the end of the pump off and got it freed up. Well, I heard a noise, and back here in the back, if you can see it, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the fan is a plastic fan. Yeah, maybe you can right through there. The fan is a plastic fan, but the motor has got so hot that the fan has melted and drooped down and got out of balance. So I figured the pump was no good. So I went this morning and I got a new one. And like I said, I don't know how the water got in there, but I did get a sump pump that I'm going to put in that hole. and plumb it where it pumps water out, just in case that ever happens again. I still don't know how it got in there, but we got a little over 6 inches of rain during that storm, so they was definitely a lot of water. So I don't know, still don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to try to get this pump plumb back up. I got to take the way I've got this fixed. All I've got to do is I got to take this. This is my inlet right here. I got to take this loose. This is my exit. Take that loose. Put that on the new pump. Drop it in. Plumb it up. Back going. Both of these pumps are Harbor Freight. They're a shallow well pump. They have a bladder tank, pressure tank. They've got the pressure switch, and it's all self-contained. And this one, I got it when Harbor Freight was still doing the coupons. I got 20% off, and it was like $130, I think, for this one. Well, if anybody does anything with Harbor Freight anymore, they know that the coupons is pretty much a thing of the past. But I lucked out because they was actually having a sale on these pumps that ended today. So they was originally $160, and I got that one today for $140. I don't know if you can hear it, probably can, but it is extremely windy here today. Extreme. But these pumps, that one's the only one I've had, and I had good luck with it until the water incident, and that's where I think that's what's caused my issue. One thing I did change on that pump that I'm going to do this one is the pressure switch on these comes out the side, and I put right here. I put a 90 on there to where I can look down in the hole and see what it's reading. One thing about these pumps is this housing is pretty thin, so you can't get real rough with it. That'll be tight enough. Let's see. I don't need that. So, it's ready to go back in the hole. There's the wind. So when I fixed all this, I put unions to where everything will come apart real easy. For situations like this. I don't think I would have to, but I socked me a couple screws in this just because. but I don't think it was done water. But the water that was in here, it was up about right here. I don't know how it got in here, but it did. When I fixed this, I cut a hole here in the bottom of this tank and dug down and put some big rock in there just in case I did have a leak or something to where maybe it would flow out. And so I don't know if it just rained so much that it seeped up through. But what I think had happened is you can see all around this tank, you know, it's up above the ground. But what I think happened is right here, right in this area, it had settled real bad and there's a big low spot. And I think that it had went in between the concrete tank and this metal tank and come through the wall down here where the water comes out of the reservoir. So since then, I brought some more dense grade in here and I built all this up and really packed it in. So I'm hoping that I won't have this problem, but I am going to put in that sump pump. So, to get this thing going, turn my valve on back here. I got to bleed it. You take this right here loose. Alright, so that ought to be bled. This yellow valve right here goes to the watering trough. This one goes over to the spigot. So, it should be far in the hole. There she blows. So what I'm going to try to do is I've got to get some plumbing stuff, but I'm going to try to set this sump pump over here in this corner and try to send it through this hole right here in this tank. Right there. Clean all that out and just send it out that hole and let it run over the hill. But I don't think I've got enough plumbing stuff to do that right now. I've got some, but I don't think I've got enough. But this pump here, sump pump, it was just the cheapest thing that Harbor Freight had. It was $60, I'm pretty sure, is what it was. But it's got an inch and a quarter outlet. I've got some inch and a quarter stuff, but I don't have enough. So this here is your switch, your float switch. It turns that on and off. I'm probably going to change it and put it down here and try to get it to where it kicks on a little sooner. But that ain't gonna be no big deal there. I just have to plumb in from here, run up and outside my tank there. So anyway, on another note, I did yesterday. I did take this cylinder loose on the sprayer and got all the seals and stuff out. We're going to try to go get them before long. And I'm going to rebuild. I know I've got two that's leaking bad. I may have another one, and I may just rebuild them all. I'm not sure, but we're just going to get the seals for everything for it. I'm going to try to do that today. Get the planter cylinder apart, and that way we can get all of them at the same time. But on another note, I've got the 170 put all back together, got the hood and stuff on it, got the loader back on it, and I've been using it here for a couple of days, and it seems like it's doing all right, and nothing's slipping. So that's the story on that. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Things are starting to pick up a lot around here. It's getting close to corn planting time. I've got to get this sprayer going. I got to get the planter going, and would like to try to start planting corn here in a couple of weeks, weather permitting. But things is really starting to pick up around here. But anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.